Hello there. My name is Igor Pitgirny, and I am from Chernihiv, the hero city. I am the person who has seen the start of the city shelling and what it was ended with. My friends and I have found a volunteering team, Network Che, to supply the civilians with humanitarian aid, food and medicines. Within the period of March-April, we have delivered about 180 tons of it for the city. That was hard time, as our drivers had to reach the city under shooting or drive through the field in order to avoid the troops of the occupiers. We have created a unique delivery chain, which started in the Western Europe. Then the humanitarian aid was delivered to Lviv, where, from it, reached Kiev. From Kiev it came to particular warehouses, and then our reliable volunteers delivered it to people's homes. We strongly believe that the intention to help others is a great thing. At the same time, it is essential to have a clear and effective management of the processes. In May, we noticed that the humanitarian aid stopped being a demanding thing, so we finished working on it and started developing new directions. Today, according to the words of the city mayor, about 60% of the houses are damaged. A lot of people have lost their homes. It is true not only about the city, but also about the towns and villages of Chernihiv region. Thus, our idea is to construct the houses for people who lost their homes. There are a lot of elderly people, single people with no homes, and families with young kids who are now homeless. Currently, the government of Ukraine cannot provide everyone with housing or money to rebuild the destroyed ones, as each month of war cost $5 billion. The US support us with $1.5 billion. Our internal reserves and taxes also let us add something to this number. Anyway, Ukraine now lives in a great financial deficit. So, as the mayor says, we were provided with only 1% of the necessary sum of money for the building's reconstruction. I will state it again, all money is sent for the war, and we definitely understand that we need an equipped army, as well as those who take care about the civilians who lost their homes. It is June now. July, August, September, and that's it. Cold and rainy weather starts. During this period, we have to help as many people as possible to restore their dwellings. In fact, for a lot of years, we have been developing the concept of constructing cheap, framework, eco-friendly and quick to build houses using Canadian technology. This technology is developed. We have an experience of working with it, so we understand what and how can be done. I will emphasize again, this technology is already developed. Our program is the following. We come to the village or town, identify those who are in need in such as a house. From our point of view, they must be either families with children or seniors who don't have much resources to rebuild their houses. Our offer to, for example, the family, make a small contribution. It's not a house which we grant as a gift, that the house we build together. Thus, we have some amount of money to buy the materials. From your side, you add some money as well, as much as you can. Then we start building process. But we have a remark, it's not only us who build for you. Because in that case, you still feel like you're a victim of war, victim of circumstances. You can continue living with this thought, but this position is incorrect one. You will be restoring this house alongside us. Even for elderly people, it won't be problematic. Once you hand the nail, next time hold the tool or paint something. You must be involved in this process. Why? Because in that way, you stop being a victim, but become the creator who is returning to life through such work. Thus, with this activity, we bring people back to life. We are creators, and we have the result. That is the first aspect. The second aspect is the obligatory engaging of friends, relatives, and acquaintances into the process. What for? You shouldn't feel lonely. We know that in extreme situations, everyone survives as they can. But it leads to integrating within the society where everyone is relying only on himself. Now, we want to change the situation, so we will say, involve everyone to build the house in order to get and then transfer their knowledge and skills for constructing such houses. Among us, there are the experts who can construct such buildings, so some people can obtain a skill of constructing the wall. Others will learn to install electrical equipment and so on. Therefore, when we build the next house, this community will help. When we build the third one in the same community, these people will build it themselves. We will only monitor that everything is done correctly. When we leave, we would like the work and skills to remain in this community, so that they can already build their fourth or fifth house on their own, perhaps with a little supervision from us and some financial support. But our project must continue even when we move to the next village, the next community, in order to do the same thing there. At the same time, of course, we will look for leaders of these communities in each community, to explain to them what we are doing, why it's important, etc. I definitely want to talk with them about the concept and method of community development, which I myself could see once in Poland, participating in the training of non-governmental organizations, restart of the depressing areas. And there I saw an interesting idea that came from England, and it's called community as an enterprise. That is where everyone helps each other. When one owns the laundry, another one grows potatoes, the next grows carrots, someone keeps chickens, someone makes food from all these and sells it to everyone else. Thus, money flows in the community and everyone is interested in each other, because they jointly make a product. At the same time, this community produces such a product that is demand in the neighboring community. Accordingly, such interaction is established. That is the atomic nature of society. When it breaks up into individual, small people who are unable to do anything, it disappears. On the contrary, a friendly community appears only when it can solve issues together. That's why we'll need the community leaders, and that's why we will talk to them about construction of houses, getting knowledge and skills of constructing such houses, developing professional skills of internal work, working with the community leaders and sharing knowledge about the community as an enterprises, so that they build relations and connections. And of course, in each community which we will work with, we will say, we have recently been there, be sure to cooperate with them. Maybe we will even bring someone from the community to a new one to transfer their skills, to tell how it was done at their place and how it can be implemented here. This is our project, in which the construction of houses is just a reason to start talking to people about returning to life. This is just an opportunity to involve the community in its development. It is very important because a person becomes a person only when he has specific responsibility for himself, for his relatives, for the community, and when this responsibility can be realized. That's when dignity and self-respect appear, which leads to the strength to start living and be happy again.